Hi, I'm Mike Wise. In this video, I want to show you how you can pitch a story you might want to work on in Camayak or find an assignment and start claim it for yourself and start writing a story within Camayak.
So
So
here
here's a look at the Camayak page. If you have a story you want to do and you want to pitch it, go up to the menu drop down menu bar, the drop down menu under New, and select Pitch, and you will see a template you can fill in to provide some details about the story you want to provide. Newsrooms can be very competitive. On a daily basis, there might be stories that the assignment editors or the editors in chief want to get published. There might be daily agenda stories that have to be published, newsmakers doing particular things. And then there are slower days when the desk might be looking for story ideas. It's always good to have a series of stories you want to work on at the ready that you can pitch. The key to getting a pitch approved is to provide as much detail about what you want to do and make it a compelling sell. And what we want to try to do in Camac is give you some tools and some steps you can go through to fully develop your idea. There's a difference between a good pitch and just a notion. Coming forward to an editor and say, I think I'd like to do a story on topic X. Saying that versus saying, I'd like to do a story on topic X. I've already done this research. I found something very interesting about that that's related to it. And I've already reached out to three people that could perhaps talk about it. One of them has already got back to me and is willing to talk. Just give me the go and I can start working on that story. That's a much better pitch. With this form, you have the ability to add as much information there if you want. In this particular case, you'll see it says pitch to all desks. In this particular form, where we have an option to provide a headline, a summary, a date when the story is around, a potential slug, story title, additional information, a press release, any information you have, and also contact information. If it's a story you might not be sure you're going to cover, but you think someone else might be willing to pick up, it's useful to pass along that contact information. Hey, here's someone I know who's willing to talk about it, or here's the organizer of this event. You can email them here or give them a call here for more information. One thing I should point out is the pitch to all desks. Right now, this is set up to send your pitch to all desks. And what that means is that everybody in a position of editorial oversight in Humber News, Humber, etc., the magazines, all the courses would get your pitch. That is great if you have just a story you've heard about and you think Humber should do. Uh, if it is something specific for a project you're working on or a class you're working on or specifically for Humber News, you want to go to pitch all desks and drill down a little bit more. Send that pitch just to the people working on the second year online magazine, or just send it to etc., or send it just to the news desk. That prevents people who don't necessarily need to see your pitch from seeing it, and also prevents them from taking it. If you are working in the second year online magazine project and your mark depends on you pitching story ideas, you want to make sure they just go to the people who can review your story ideas and okay them and approve them that way. You don't want to see your story taken or picked up on by someone at the news desk. If you sent a pitch to all desks, it's fair game. Other people can pick up on it if you want. So make sure you pitch to the appropriate desk. If you have a pitch in there and it is perhaps needs a bit more information, you might get a message back from one of the editors saying, hey, can you provide a bit more information with it? If they like that story, it can be turned into an assignment. If you are going to be given the responsibility to put together that story, and you'll get an email or an alert showing up in Camayak to let you know that your pitch has been approved and it's been assigned to you. Other assignments might be open to anybody working on that desk, and that's where you can see on this current page. Down here, you'll see the orange bar, unclaimed, unclaimed, unclaimed. These are all stories that are available to be picked up, but not assigned to a particular writer. The unsubmitted ones are stories that you're starting to work on, but haven't yet submitted for approval. So let's take a look at this first story, TPS body-worn cameras. If I click on this, it's been unclaimed, and I start to get a sense of what Camayak looks like to put together a story. What can I tell in terms of information? Here's the first submission deadline. It's due on this particular date at this time. No collaborators. I know it's going to Humber News. If I go into the chat section here, scroll down a little bit, this is where I see some information that's been supplied with the pitch. This happens to be a press release from the Toronto Police Service. Turns out that body-worn cameras will start rolling out next week in the city of Toronto, starting in the division where Humber College is located. Useful story for us. So if I'm interested in taking this one, and I am with my Testy Testerton student account here, I can go over and claim it. The other thing I can find out here is I know that Lara King has been assigned as the copy editor. You see, the next person to work on this will be Lara King. She'll be the person I'll be collaborating with when I'm done. I'll send it to her. From there, it sends to Marlee Gregg, who is the editor in this particular case. If I want to claim this story for myself, I hit claim. Are you sure you want to claim this? Doing this takes it out of the queue. It assigns the story to your name. You have the responsibility for filing on it. No one else can as well. Be careful here. Because to get out of an assignment, you have to beg and plead with an editor or someone above you on that desk to remove an assignment from you. Likewise, if you are falling behind and not producing the story, you can have an assignment taken away from you as well. So I can confirm and claim the assignment, and you may now edit this assignment. They have my name, Testy Testerson's, associated with it. I get this green submit bar when I'm ready, and I get a space to start working on this. Laura gets a notification, all the editors get a notification that this story has been claimed and that I'm now responsible for putting it together. The next video, I'll show you what it's like to edit and put together a story in Camayak.